Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the pregame. Happy Tuesday. How's everybody's day going? How's everybody's week going so far? Shout out to the folks in the chat. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Can you believe it, folks? We have 6 games left this season, this 2025 regular season, 6 games left. A lot can happen. So much can change. You will see what's going to go down because a lot has changed within the last month here, folks, with teams competing for the wild card, teams trying to compete for first place. A lot has been going down, but let me know what you all think about what's going to happen in these next 6 games. There's a lot of different scenarios, so we'll see how it all plays out. And, there was other big breaking news. I'm not going to talk about it right now, but Major League Baseball has said that they are going to implement the ABS system for 2026. So that's something I'll talk a little bit more about the offseason. I know a lot of us, I know for myself, at least, I know a lot of us I'm definitely in favor of it. The ABS system absolutely needs to be implemented because of the fact that these umpires have done an atrocious job, especially this season. It's been so bad. So we're going to see the ABS system come next season. Again, we'll talk more about it when it in the off season. Maybe I'll get a couple of guests on, maybe or a guest. So we'll see what happens. But the Yankees, let's talk about the Yankees, right? Let's talk about the Yankees. The Yankees have a game tonight against the Chicago White Sox. Hopefully the game does happen. I know I've been kind of checked the weather out there in New York. It looks like it's raining, so hopefully there's not a delay or a postponement or anything like that. But the Yankees right now, 2 games behind the Toronto Blue Jays. And they have their series opener against the White Sox tonight with Luis Hill on the mound. If they win tonight, they clinch the postseason berth. They get into the postseason. They're in with a win tonight. They're in the postseason. They make it to the playoffs, and that's huge. That's big. After the Yankees struggled a lot. They struggled quite a bit there in June, July, in the middle of the season. Things were looking pretty gloomy. The Yankees were 7.5 games behind in first place. At one point, they were in last place in the wild card race. The Yankees players were in a big slump. They had injuries. I mean, anything that you could think of, everything was going wrong for the New York Yankees. A lot of fans were starting to give up. A lot of fans were saying that this team should just worry about 2026 and give up in 2025, which I know I've talked about it many, many times, but that was just like some of the most, asinine takes. And folks can have whatever takes they want. That's fine. That's cool. But I mean, those takes, I'm sorry. I just don't buy into those takes, man. I'm not all for the losers mentality. And you got to fight till the very end. And the Yankees are a team that's going to fight till the very end. You're the New York Yankees, right? I mean, even if the season was like 2023, you're still going to play every single game. There are baseball teams every single year that are not going to make it to the postseason. But guess what? They're still going to go out there. They're still going to go out and play. All right. There was a lot of talk about that, whether or not this team was going to make it to the postseason. But here they are. With a win tonight, they clinch a postseason berth, right? They clinched their berth to the postseason. So let's hope the Yankees could go out and win tonight's game, and we could celebrate after the play-by-play, because that would be freaking awesome if the Yankees were to win tonight. I think they will. I feel pretty confident. But you all let me know what you think, and go vote in that poll. Let me know what you all think in that poll. And I mean, so far, it looks like I got, 13 votes, and 92% of you are confident. So we'll see if we get more votes as the live stream goes on. Well, let me say what's up to the chat. Shout out to the folks in the chat. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you to all the new subscribers. You guys and gals are greatly appreciated. You all are the best. Let's continue growing this channel. Let's try to get to, I don't know if we'll get to 50 likes. likes is always my goal here on YouTube. So if we get to 50 likes, that would be amazing. But let me say what's up to the chat real quick. We got Katie, first person in the building. What is up, Katie? We got Petruzzi. What is up? Brooklyn's in the house. What's up, Susan? How are you? Who else we got? We got Victor in the building. We got Keith in the building. We got, who else we got in the building? Daniel Berry. What's up, Daniel? How's it going, dude? We got Dave in the building. What is up? Jonathan's in the building. Who else we got? Yankee Kyle. What's up, Yankee Kyle? Good to see you. We got Beagle in the building. Cecilia. What's up, Cecilia? Thanks for popping in. How you doing? Who else we got in the building? We got Aiden in the building. What is up, Aiden? North Carolina vinyl picker. What up, man? What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? So, tonight's the night, folks. Tonight's the night. Tonight's hopefully gonna be a big night. Hopefully it's a big Yankees win. That way the Yankees can celebrate. But Yankee schedule on paper, easy, right? But I'm still not gonna take the White Sox and Orioles lightly, because they're still gonna give. I feel like they're gonna give the Yankees a hard time, but I feel like the Yankees are gonna definitely hold their own. But I wanted to pull up this playoff picture. I found it on X. I wanted to pull up this playoff picture for the American League. Let me see if I could just make this full screen. I'll take myself off for momentarily. So, this is what we got, though. All right. Now, the Blue Jays are already clinched, right? So they're in the postseason, no problem. Now they just need to secure first place. Now, with 6 games left, they have 3 games against Boston, and they got 3 games against Tampa Bay. So, the Red Sox are trying to be one of the wild card teams that makes it, right? And they're gonna play hard. They're hungry. So, I think the Toronto-Boston series is going to be a tough series. Boston's, I think, going to give the Blue Jays a hard time. So, the Red Sox are going to do everything that they can. The Rays, same thing. I think the Rays are just going to be that pesky team that's going to give the Blue Jays a hard time. So those are your remaining 6 games for the Blue Jays, right? Red Sox, Tampa Bay. The Seattle Mariners right now, they're sitting in first place. They've been on a tear as of late. So they have 3 games against the Rockies and then 3 against the Los Angeles Dodgers. So that series against the Dodgers is going to be a tough one, right? That they're, let's see how they do. They should be able to play the Rockies well. I mean, Rockies are the worst team in baseball, but they should be able to, at least win the series against the Rockies. We'll see what happens in the Dodgers series. Now, the Tigers went on a big collapse. I don't know what happened, but they just went on a big collapse. They were leading by a lot, by as many as 15 games, I believe, in the AL Central. They're on the verge of, potentially missing the playoffs. I mean, I'm not saying that they will, but it's possible, right? They have big games left remaining. 3 against Cleveland, 3 against the Red Sox. Those are going to be some big games for Detroit, so their schedule is a little difficult. Now, you come to the New York Yankees. All right, the New York Yankees right now, obviously their schedule on paper, a lot easier. 3 against the White Sox, 3 against the Orioles. The Yankees just beat the Orioles 3 out of 4 this past weekend. They beat the White Sox earlier this season 2 out of 3. And, of course, now we're talking Red Sox. We were just talking about Toronto. So, obviously Red Sox have 3 games against Toronto, then 3 against Detroit. So the Red Sox have their hands full in these last 6 games. Then the Guardians have the Tigers and Rangers. So, they definitely gave the Tigers some hell as of recent. So, let's see how the remaining 6 games goes for the Guardians. And then the Astros, they're hanging on right now as well. Their schedule it's on paper it's easy. They're going to play the Athletics and Angels, and I feel like the Athletics are going to give them a hard time. They should have no problems against the Angels, but I feel like the Athletics might give them a hard time. But their schedule becomes really easy as well. So these 6 games, there's some big games here, people. There are some big games here. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? Anything is possible. Who knows how everything is going to end up. The Yankees, right? If we're talking about the Yankees, they have a good chance of getting first place. It's definitely a big possibility. They could still do it, right? With 6 games left, they're only 2 games behind. There is a strong possibility that they could still finish first place in the AL East. So let me know what you all think about these games, about these teams that are fighting. What teams do you think are going to make it? Do you think that the Yankees can pull off finishing the season in first place? What are we thinking, folks? But let me know what you all think. But this is what we got remaining here, people. This is what we got. And I saw a couple of other people come into the chat. I saw Sean Browning and Dev Finch pop in. What's up, fellas? How we doing? But these are some big games for all the teams. Some big games coming up. So it's going to be a tight one. It's going to be a tight one till the very end, I feel like, And man, this is September baseball. I don't know about you all. I love September baseball because this is where like things start to get really, really intense. Really, it gets to be a lot of fun watching these games and seeing all the upsets, seeing the big surprises. Like this is September baseball is the most exciting, I think, right? Other than opening day. I think the second most exciting thing about baseball is September baseball, man, because you just don't know what's going to happen, and a lot can change in a week or two. So 1 minute you're on the top, and then next minute you're on the bottom, and vice versa. So we'll see what goes down in these next six games, people. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. And Goon Collector, what up, man? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. What's up? Says, I told people we were going back. We are World Series bound again. I hope so. Animosity's crazy right now. I just keep arguing with my Mets neighbors after they stole Soto and kept mocking us all season. Don't worry about it, dude. The Mets are on the verge of they could miss the playoffs, right? And a lot of people talk about the Yankees and their payroll. They got a $340 million payroll. I'm just throwing that out there. Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, the thing is, Goon Collector, it's the fact of the matter is they didn't really have pitching this season. The pitching is what's hurting them. So that's where I'm at as far as the Mets goes. Who cares? Yeah, exactly. We got Belly and Fried. Exactly. The Yankees offseason paid off big time. Goon Collector says I'm happy. Yeah, for real, man. I mean, I'm not really I'm not surprised that the Reds could be one of those teams that makes it to the postseason because they have a good team. And when that announcement came out that they hired Terry Francona, I'm like, watch out for the Mets. Watch out for the Mets, or not the Mets. Watch out for the Reds. They could make some noise this season, right? Especially with Francona being their manager. So that is, I mean, my prediction stood true. Right, Susan. Our pitching staff is healthy. Their pitching staff is injured. Our batters are arguably better right now. I'd say our batters are better. It's not even an argument. Respectfully, I think our bats are better than the Mets. I'm gonna say it right now. This is where men become legends in the last run of the offseason. Yeah, Yankee Kyle. I mean, this is it right here. So, it's It's sink or swim, do or die. This is it. And Goon Collector saying if we face the Dodgers in the World Series again, our team's better. I feel if those two teams were to meet again, I feel confident. But Yankees got to show it. Yankees got to show it. They can't afford to make any stupid mistakes, right? We all remember. I'm not gonna go back to it, but we all remember, right? And we'll cross that bridge when we get there, if they get there. I don't want to talk too loud yet. Let's get to let the Yankees get to the postseason, then we can start talking. You know what I mean? That's the way I'm seeing. I'm gonna go about it myself. Susan saying Met fans are already blaming Mendoza, yet blaming him because he worked with Yankees and Boone. Oh, yeah. Whatever. Okay, I'm not gonna even entertain that comment. Like, not your comment specifically, but people who are saying that. Whatever, man. I'm not gonna even entertain that. I don't want to hear that crap. Goon Collector says losing Soto was an actual gift because we wouldn't be able to afford anything. No, we wouldn't be. And that's the thing. Like, this is the thing that a lot of people don't realize. Like, listen, look, Soto is a good player. Like, he's a great player. I have said that many times. I don't care what team he plays for. The dude is a good player. He's great. But if the Yankees had signed him, right, like, yeah, I would have been happy if the Yankees had him. But the fact of the matter is, they would have had their pitching would have been garbage this season. All right. I don't think they would have been able to solve the other holes that they had on the squad. Not really on the roster. No, they wouldn't have been able to solve these problems. But, they lost Soto. To me, I know, again, Soto's a great player and all, but this could have been a blessing for the Yankees, and I think it is a blessing for the Yankees because then they were able to go out, spend money, get the players that they needed to get in the offseason, trade for the players that they needed to trade for, and the team is better. And the team over the last month has been playing some really good baseball, good fundamental baseball. Since the deadline, this team's been on a roll, man. They've been playing good defense. They've been playing very well on the playing smarter baseball. I mean, they're finding ways to win, right? Yeah, they're still hitting those home runs, but if you notice in some of these games that they've been playing, they're not relying too much on the home run ball necessarily, right? On the long ball. I mean, you tell me if I'm wrong here, but I just don't think that's the case. And I see a couple of other people coming in. We got TC in the building. What up, dude? Max, what up, man? What's up, Max? My man Max is in the building. Yo, what up, dude? Gene is in the building. What is up? You're going to the Rail Riders tomorrow night. Nice, bro. You're gonna have to let us know how that goes, man. That should be a lot of fun, dude. Let's go. I would love to go to I guess you could say I've been to a minor league baseball game. Brooklyn Cyclones out there in Coney Island. That was like years ago. That was actually a lot of fun, man. I actually had a blast, but that was years ago. But yeah, Brooklyn Cyclones. And this is another important factor here, man, is that the starting pitching for the Yankees has been fantastic. Yeah, Max Fried is looking like the Max Fried, from the beginning of the season. Looks like he's, he looks a lot more focused and relaxed. I know he kind of went through that slump, but Fried, he's done a phenomenal job this season. So I love Max Fried. And the rest of the rotation, right? I mean, I know, the only couple of guys, right, that are shaky, right? Schlittler, Warren, but these guys are rookies. So, they're going to have some good starts, some bad starts. Then, we'll see what happens next season. And the starting rotation for next season is, with Cole coming back, I mean, they're going to look a lot better. We'll see what the rotation looks like for next season because, Clark Schmidt will be back at some point, right? I don't know. It's gonna be really interesting. It's gonna be really interesting. Bullpen has calmed down. The guys have been coming through in the clutch, and that is an important factor as well, man. You got to have the bullpen. That's been a question mark for me. Is the bullpen, but Bednar's been solid. Williams has been looking better, right, as of late. Duvall has been, he's been up and down, man. I don't know what's going on with him. But hopefully he can settle down. Tim Hill's been fine, in my opinion. I think Tim Hill's fine. Mark Leiter Jr., it's been kind of up and down with him. Blackburn's actually looked pretty decent as of late. He's not too bad. Who else we got? Luke Weaver. It looks like last couple of games he looks like he's settled in a little bit. So hopefully they can lock it down with the bullpen. But yeah, the pitching is slowly but surely coming around. Yeah, the wooden roller coasters in Coney Island. Oh, how can we forget? Sweet. What pitchers get left off the postseason roster? Dude, it's a good question. I don't know. And Jockey Boy's in the building. Yeah, it's about to get real wild there, dude. It's about to get real wild. TC, I'll answer this. I'll say this. So as far as if we're talking wild card, I think Fried and Rodon are going to be your number one, number two. Then your number three is going to come down to Schlittler and Hill. Who do you want as your number three? I think Will Warren's going to go to the bullpen. I'll say that right now. I don't think Will Warren is going to be even considered for a starting rotation spot, and he shouldn't be, right, in my opinion. Yeah, Leiter could be iffy. Richard Chin, what's up? He says weather could be issue Wednesday and Thursday. That's what I'm hearing. What's up, John K? I'd keep Warren and Cam, no Leiter and Blackburn. I would take that. I wouldn't disagree with that one bit. And I'm in agreement with you here. I want Luis Hill as my number three. So, yeah, exactly. And I would use Will Warren as a bullpen arm too. What's up, Sunil? Hill walks too many. Yeah, but you know what? I trust him a little bit more than I do Cam Schlittler. Cam Schlittler, I'm afraid of putting him in a spot in the postseason. I'm not saying he wouldn't shine, but I'd rather put the more experienced guy there. And I think Hill's been settling down as of late. So, I'd rather see Hill. Cam has to make it to a potential fifth ace. Cole, Fried, Hill, Rodon. Yeah. Luke Weaver's shot. Yeah, I mean, who knows what his future holds for the Yankees after the season. Hopefully the offense can step up. Yeah, they will. I'd shut Warren down for the year. Why? He's actually going to pitch in the final game of the season, I think, is what they had put out on Twitter. Yeah, Hill's been there before. Do you remember when I said that Detroit would come back to earth? Look what we got here. Well, and I joke about it, right? And I'm not, I'm only joking about it. I'm like, is it the Tommy Kahnle, Gleyber Torres curse? But I don't think that's what it is, man. I just think, I think they came back down to earth. But dude, they were killing it at one point, man. They were absolutely killing it. Use Leiter as a closer and give his old relief. Don't want him as a closer. No freaking way. They got David Bednar, man. What's up, Stephen B? What's going on? What's up? But either way, man, it'll be before we even have to worry about the postseason, who makes the roster, who doesn't make the roster, man. There's 6 games left, and the Yankees still have to play these games. They got to win these games. I would love 6-0. I would love 6-0. Do I think it could happen? It could absolutely happen. But I could also see 4-2. And I had predicted in the offseason that this team would win 93 games. So, my prediction might come into fruition here. But we'll see what happens. Could both Houston and Detroit miss the playoffs? Yeah, they can. There's a big possibility, man. 6-0 or 5-1, we got the division. Hopefully, bro. Hopefully. This team, like I said, man, I remember so many people gave up on this team in June and July, and I know people want to talk about, every year this team kind of, goes through this bad bad months of baseball. It usually happens around June, July, but it's like, all right, well, June, July, I get it, but right now we're in September. Look at where this team is right now. There was a lot of folks that kept saying that this team was they were only going to win 78 games and they were going to be a fourth place team. To those folks, I hope you're eating your words right now. Because, it seemed like before the season even started, like nobody had faith in, like a lot, I don't want to say nobody, but a lot of fans didn't have faith in this team. But, I was just like, watch, and like I said, I think 93 games, I think they'll win 93 games. I'm sticking with it. I'm still sticking with it. Got to get this water in. Egyptian says people want to sell, get out of here. We the New York. Yeah, we are the Yankees. And the thing, again, this team is going to go, they're going to compete every single season. Why give up? Why would you give up? It's silly to me, man. It's silly to me. TC is saying Yanks peaking at the right time, but we still got work to do. Got to play clean defense. Well, the defense has been better. Runners in scoring position with better hitting with runners in scoring position. To me, they've been better with that, man. In both areas. I mean, a few months ago, I would have been like, yes, absolutely, TC. But right now, dude, I feel like they're playing way better. And the lineups are out. We're gonna talk about the lineups. Let me pull up the lineups for both teams. So let's see how things work out for tonight. So let me get this off the screen. Let me get this on the screen. Let's get the lineups. Yeah, postseason's a different story. It always is. Everybody's record goes back down to zero. Everybody's numbers goes back down to zero. So postseason is really where it's going to matter. And Goon Collector, I'm going to break your heart, but Cabby's not in there. Well, I'm not going to break your heart, but the Yankees are. So I'm just the messenger here. But this is the lineup right here for the Yankees and White Sox. Oops, I took that off the screen. My fault. I did not mean to make myself full screen. Hold on. I apologize, folks. I apologize. I just want to make sure y'all can see the lineup. Boom. All right, let's make that full screen. All right, so here's the lineup for both teams. So leading off for the White Sox is Mydroth, playing second base. Nosebleed, what's up, man? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. What's going on, Nosebleed? He has an injured finger? Oh, no, that's not good. Batting second is Teal. He'll be at the dish. Batting third is Montgomery. He'll be playing shortstop. Batting fourth is Vargas. He'll be batting cleanup, playing third base. Keto will be batting fifth, DHing. Batting sixth will be Baldwin. He'll be playing center field. Sosa will be batting seventh, playing first base. Robertson is batting eighth. He'll be playing left field. Fletcher is batting ninth. He'll be playing right field. So no Benintendi, no Mike Tauchman. So none of the former New York Yankees on here. And you got Shane Smith pitching for the White Sox. 6-8 record, 4.06 ERA. And starting lineup for the Yankees. Grisham leading things off, playing center field. All right, Judge is batting second, playing right field. Bellinger batting third. He'll be playing left field. Rice is batting cleanup, playing first base. Rice was on fire in that Sunday afternoon game against the Orioles. He had that grand slam, went 4 for 5, had 5 RBIs. Rice had himself a game. Giancarlo Stanton's DH, and he'll be batting 5th. Jazz Chisholm Jr. will be batting 6th, playing second base. Batting 7th will be Ryan McMahon, playing 3rd. Volpe will be batting 8th, playing shortstop. Austin Wells batting 9th. He'll be at the dish. And Luis Hill is on the mound for the Yankees. 4-1 record, 3.33 ERA. But this is what we got, folks. This is what we got. So Yankees should go out and win tonight. Yankees should absolutely go out and win tonight. They should have no problems winning tonight and clinching their playoff berth with a win tonight. Aaron Boone said that they are going to celebrate if, either way, right? So or not either way, but they are going to celebrate tonight. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. And I know folks are saying that it's a shame what they're doing to Dominguez. But listen, look, Dominguez, he's been getting his playing time, right? He's been getting his playing time, but you got to put your best guys out there, and your best guys are going to be Grisham, Bellinger, and Judge. You're not gonna put Dominguez out there for those guys, right? So that's all I'm gonna say. You got to put your best guys out there, and Dominguez. I'm not crapping on Dominguez or anything. I like Dominguez, but Dominguez may have the potential, but right now Trent's been killing it. Trent Grisham's been killing it this year, and when it comes to defense, those 3 guys that are in the outfield right now have better defense than Dominguez. So let's just be honest with ourselves, and you got to put your best guys out there. And Grisham is having a better year than Dominguez. So yeah, if they're up 10-0 by the 5th, I'll take that. But let me know what you all think about the lineup. I mean, listen, I like the lineup. I like who's in there. I like who's playing. I have no complaints about the lineup. Let's hope the lineup can come through and, come away with a win tonight. Let's hope the team, Luis Hill has a solid outing, right? Luckily for the Yankees, they have an easy series, some easy games, right, on paper. Yeah, I know, Snell. I could tell by your spam. Going to be crazy if a hitter under 250 gets MVP. That would be ridiculous, Egyptian. That would be ridiculous. Does Boone dare to rest Judge in the next 6 games? I don't think he will. If they had sole possession of first place and they were up by 10 games, then sure, you might have an argument. But nah, no way. Jeff Passan, he's all right. He's okay. But anyway, let's get into these predictions. Let's talk a little. Let's talk Luis Hill. What do we got for Luis Hill? What's Luis Hill doing tonight? Give me your predictions for Luis Hill. My call on the take for the Toronto hosting Boston. Honestly, dude, it's going to be a bold take, but I wouldn't be surprised if Boston takes 2 out of 3. I'll say that one right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Boston takes 2 out of 3. I'll make that bold prediction right now. And what's up, Ethan? What's up, Dan? For sure, Ethan. It better be an easy sweep. But give me your predictions for Luis Hill. Let's talk Luis Hill predictions. So Beagle's going 4 innings, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. TC's going 7 innings, no earned runs, 3 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts from Sunil. 5 innings, 8 strikeouts, 4 balls, gives up 2 homers. Okay. I think you meant to say 4 walks. Yeah, Judge is at 51 because of Tampa. Exactly. Well, Judge is at 49 home runs right now, but it should be 50, right? Because of that bad call in Georgia and Steinbrenner Field. Strike 1, get ahead of the hitters. 5 1/3, 3 earned runs early. Okay. Nosebleed is going 6 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, gives up a run. Sean is going 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks. Egyptian's going 6 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts, 3 walks, 3 runs, 2 earned. You're good, Susan. Ethan's going 7 innings, 2 strikeouts, or 2 walks, 1 earned runs, 8 strikeouts. Okay, sweet. So a lot of you going 6-7 innings. I think he'll go 5 innings, White Sox get to him. Okay, understood. I think he'll go, you know what? I'm going to give him, I'll give him 6 1/3. I'll give him 6 1/3. I think he'll strike out 6, walk 2, and I think he'll give up 1 run. He'll get himself into a couple of jams, but he'll get himself out of it. So 6 1/3, 6 strikeouts, couple of walks, gives up 1 run. And Stephen B's coming in with 6 innings, 9 strikeouts, and also gives up a run. Sunil is with me. 2 out of 3 in Boston's favor, but also noteworthy is that Tampa Bay comes in next and has menaced Toronto this whole year. Yeah, Sunil. I mean, bro, anything is possible. What's up, Sabine? Good to see you, Sabine. What's going on? All right. Let's talk. What are we talking? Oh, yeah, we talking double plays. How many double plays do the Yankees hit into tonight? What do we got for double plays? Let's see Shane Smith here. Because he's the pitcher on the mound tonight. So strikeout percentage at about average. Ground ball, it doesn't get a lot of ground balls. I mean, it's got a mix of blues and reds. So I'll pull up his baseball savant for you all to see for this season. But yeah, 6-8 record, 4.06 ERA, 129 strikeouts this season, 135 1/3 innings pitched, of a whip of 1.22. I'm with that, Sunil. I'd be down. All good in your hood? All right. Glad you're doing well there, Sabine. But let me know your double play predictions. So 2 double plays, 1, 0-1, 1, 2. Yeah, by your favorites, Volpe and Wells. Watch it be somebody else. 2 double plays. Yankees turn 3, 1, 2. I'm gonna stick with 1, man. I'm sticking with 1 double play. That's what I got, man. I'm sticking with 1 double play. I think the Yankees will hit into 1. Dan says 3. We need to sweep the last 6 games. I would love for the Yankees to end the season 6-0. I would love that, man. Then they end up with the same win total as last year. That would be pretty awesome. Sabine thinks 3 double plays. Okay. Got it. Let's see how many likes I got in the right now. I'm just gonna check the likes real quick. For sure, Ethan. Yeah, it's possible, they're Egyptian. Yeah, pretty wild to think about. I'm gonna check and see how many likes we got so far. Yeah, Martin Perez and Andrew Benintendi are hurt. Oh well. So we got over 30 people. We got close to 40 people in the building. We got 29 likes. Let's get those likes up, people. Let's try to get to 40 likes if we can. I would greatly appreciate it. 50 is always the goal, but let's try to get to 40. Let's try to get to 40. Let's talk. What are we talking? Let's talk home runs, people. Let's talk home runs. What do we got for home runs? Which games do I see Boston winning? Is that what you're asking me? If you're asking me which games I see Boston winning, tomorrow and Thursday. Sure, Sabine. Yeah, no, I got the Yankees, or I got the Red Sox winning tomorrow and Thursday. All right, so let's see those home run predictions. Egyptian says Judge and Volpe. TC says Bellinger, Rice, and Judge. Ethan goes Judge with 2 homers, Ben Rice with 2 homers. Okay. Judge gets 2, Grish, Ben, sleeper is Belly. Bellinger and Rice. Judge, Rice, Stanton, Belly. Belly with 2 homers, Grisham with 1. What's up, James? Yeah, home run predictions. I think Judge is going to hit one tonight. I got Judge. Bellinger's due for one. So I got Judge, Bellinger, and I'm going to say Judge, Bellinger, and Giancarlo Stanton. Grisham is going to be my sleeper, along with Ben Rice. So I got Grisham, Rice, and you know what? I'm going to say Volpe as my sleepers. That's what I'm going to say. Judge, Stanton, Rice. Everyone gets a home run. Overnight, yeah. Wells and Judge. If Rice can hit 6 more home runs and Belly hits 1, Yankees could have 5 guys at 30-plus home runs. Has that ever happened? I mean, if it did, I would have said maybe during those dynasty years or maybe before that. That's a good question. So score prediction 11-1. Steal some likes? Yeah, please do there, Sabine. Send them my way. I would appreciate it. So, well, yeah, let's see. Any other home run predictions? Let me know. Let's get into these score predictions because I already see a couple of score predictions. Because Ethan is going 11-1, Beagle is going 8-7. Interesting. That is interesting, Snell. Okay. Yeah, tonight's score prediction 10-2, 9-4, 7-4. I'm gonna say 8-3. I'll go ahead and say 8-3. That's gonna be my score prediction for tonight. I'm gonna go 8-3. 7-2. TC's going 13-2. Whew. That is wild work. 13-2. AI will doom us all. Yeah, that'll happen. All right, we're at 36 likes. We're 4 likes away from 40. So if there's 4 people out there that have not hit the like button, let's hit that like button. It's logical. Yankees kill weak teams like the White Sox. They're the Bronx Bombers for a reason. Yeah. Tuesday Night Football in America. 17-3. So you're predicting a football score? Understood, TC. Understood. I don't know. I'll just say 8-3. It's just anytime if I just feel like if I predict like a double number, a double-digit score, like I'm gonna look stupid. It's better to blow out. Yeah. How about those Bears, Sunil? Is Sunil a Bears fan now? Yeah, exactly. To Susan's point, like that's when the Yankees make mistakes, man. It's like, bro, we don't want to talk. We don't want to talk too much out of pocket. Bears crush the Cowboys. Well, Cowboys suck. Giants suck. They all suck. It doesn't matter. But let's try to get to 40 likes, people. We're 3 likes away. North Carolina Vinyl Picker says 6-2 Yanks win. Big salad with rotisserie chicken. Those are your dinner plans. Nice. Yeah, I actually had a chicken sandwich earlier, so I feel great. No doubt. But since we're talking about food, what do we got for food, folks? What are we doing for dinner? What are dinner plans? Let me know your dinner plans. Eggs and ground meat omelet with some salsa. Okay. Trying to play like for a right, Susan. What do I think of Jackson Dart starting? I'm all for it, man. Let him get some playing time. You know what? It's not like the Giants are going anywhere this season. Might as well just see what he got. You know, they drafted him. Just go out, let him play, man. I mean, of all teams, he's going to play against the Chargers, which sucks. But you know, gotta get him some sort of experience. NFL seems rigged anyways. Those games on Sunday were ridiculous. I mean, I watched the NFL, man. I just don't really watch as much as I used to. You have to pull teeth early. Sorry, Dev. All right, buddy. All you can eat sushi, leftover Ethiopian stuff. Oh, the Chargers lost Najee Harris. Oh, that sucks. What up, Scotto? What's going on, buddy? Yeah, Vegas, you know, it's Vegas. Yes, indeed. What else are we doing for food, folks? Let's talk some food. Yeah, gambling, I don't do it. So, you know, I'm not a gambler. I know a lot of folks are. Not my thing. Yes, indeed. All right, we just broke 40 likes. Thank you all very much for helping me get to 40 likes. Thank you there, Susan. I had food earlier, TC Stills. I had a chicken sandwich earlier, man. So it's good stuff. FGC Hitman, what up? He says, "Let's go, Yankees. Let's go." Put spaghetti on a plate. Mm-hmm. But yeah, what else are you all eating? Are you all snacking on anything tonight? You all snacking on anything? No, I'm not a 1 meal a day. Sometimes 2, sometimes 3. Am I having a roundtable show prior to the playoffs? Something I thought about, yeah. Pizza for Sean, nice. Sunil, yes, you are correct on both questions. So yes and yes. Yeah, I might do a little. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a roundtable. I know I wanted to do like a end of the season grading like I did mid-season, but I might just do it to where it's like, all right, how do we feel about the Yankees overall toward in the second half of the season, and like talk about what we expect for the playoffs, that sort of thing. So yeah, I might do a little something with that postseason hype show. You know what, TC? Get everybody hyped up, excited. Katie says, I'll expect major home runs from Grisham, Judge, Bellinger, Rice, Stanton, Chisholm. So 10-2. Katie really likes the 10 number. She really likes the number 10. Can't say I blame you. Oh, the Cyclone? Oh, bro. That Cyclone was like, you always felt like you were going to fall off. Like you were going to pop out of the seat, man. Oh, the good old days. 3 hours of Coney Island kills your net. Yeah, it does. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get some. I'm gonna have to do a postseason hype show. Hitman, it's been a long time for me since I won on the Cyclone. So, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, it was terrifying, Egyptian, no doubt. Can't get her in Nathan's. Can't get her on the boardwalk. But I don't know, Hitman. You'd have to ask Susan on that one. I have no idea, or anybody that lives in Brooklyn still. But tonight's game, though, this series is gonna be. I don't know. It's gonna be. It should be an easy series for the Yankees. Hopefully, the Yankees can win tonight and clinch the postseason, right? FYI, maybe I misunderstood the poll. So, yeah, I'm asking, do the Yankees clinch a playoff berth tonight? So, in other words, is it happening tonight? Because if they win tonight, they clinch a playoff berth. If not, then we wait. Hopefully that it's a little bit more clear. No, it's not. It's still a possibility, man. I mean, it's going to be tough, but there's still a possibility there. I mean, with 6 games left, they're only 2 games behind. Anything is possible. First place is not out of the question for the Yankees. Petruzzi, they put I think it was Gary Phillips that put out a tweet. You could check it. He said that if the Yankees win tonight, they clinch a playoff berth. So, woohoo! Thanks, Sabine. Didn't want that much today. You had a vegetable omelet? Okay. Nothing wrong with a vegetable omelet. Nice. Well, yeah, folks. Let's hope we can celebrate tonight. I would love to freaking celebrate tonight when the Yankees win. I love to hear the news of the Yankees, made it to the postseason, and they're in the postseason officially. But 6 more games, folks. 6 more games. Let's see what happens. Let's see if the Yankees, finish at the top of the wild card with it, which, at least that's what I'm hoping for, or at best, of course, like finishing at the top of first base. I got you, Sabine. Rice and Caballero are your X factors for the postseason. I'm optimistic on the bullpen. All right, Hitman. So, yeah, and after the regular season ends, yeah, maybe we'll do like a postseason roundtable or something. I gotta talk with some of the other content creators, figure out a date and time that's gonna work best. You're good, Petruzzi. All good. Yeah, I only, that's why I put the poll out there, bro, or else I wouldn't have put that poll out there. So, yeah, we gotta get something going there with the postseason and get the fellas together. But I got you, TC. Oh, you're I got you. I'm gonna get the other guys who did the midseason. We did the mid-season grades with. And I'm also gonna ask Max too if Max wants to join, because I know Max couldn't join us the last time, but I want to see if Max wants to jump in with us for sure. Acevedo saying I'm cheering for the Reds to win the next 6 games. Don't worry, Mets fans, y'all come back next year. I think a lot of us are gonna be cheering for the Reds. Oh man. So but anyway, folks, I'm gonna end it right here. I'm gonna shut it down right here. That way I could get ready for the play-by-play. That way you all could get ready for the game. I hope to see you all for the play-by-play. Once this live stream ends, you'll see the thumbnail for the live stream for the play-by-play. Do me a favor, just click on it, hit the like button. Let's just get those likes up real quick. I appreciate everybody hitting the likes on this live stream. What's up, Robert? I'm about to end the show, dude. I'm sorry. But I appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate you all showing up. As always, you guys and gals are the best. Thank you all very much. And I hope to see you all for the play-by-play. Let's hope we can celebrate a Yankees win tonight. If they win tonight, they're in the postseason, baby. They're in the postseason. So, let's see what happens. All right, let's see what happens. But exciting times, folks. Exciting times. Thank you all very much. Enjoy your evening. Join me for the play-by-play. I'll see you all very soon. And as always, let's go Yankees. We out. I'll see you all here in about a half hour. Peace.